So Jesus actually lived and then he died in 33 after Christ. Paul preached the gospel and founded churches in around 60. He died about 65 or 67 AD. John died about 100 after AD. In 1948 is when Israel became a nation again. Fulfilling all the prophecies that Jesus said would happen. And we are in the final generation where Jesus will come back at any time. But you see, all of these historical things, that's why we need to be ready. Someone said Israel's like God's stopwatch. He stopped the prophecy clock once Israel is a nation again. Now you need to understand where all these books fit in. John mentioned Haggai and Zechariah. These are one of the last books of the Bible, but Malachi is the last one. He also wrote at the end of Nehemia. So you understand the context of what Malachi is writing, who he's writing to, what the problem was. These people were not doing the will of God. They need to be reprimanded. But he also promises at the end of Malachi, Elijah will come. And speaking of John the Baptist. See, this is all the context of Nehemiah and Ezra, this whole time. Okay, and just briefly, the three types of books in the Bible. You wonder, why is Nehemiah and Ezra so far back? It should be at the end, right? The Bible is grouped into three types of books. The historical books, the history. That's why Nehemiah and Ezra are the last of the historical books after Esther. So the second section is called poetry. That's why the Psalms, David and Solomon, you can see here the timing. David and Solomon, that was 1000 BC. Those books were finished. The Psalms and the Song of Solomon, the Proverbs, all finished here in 1000 BC. Those are the writings of David. They're much older than these other books. And prophecies, the third type of book. That's why they're grouped together. The long prophets, the major prophets, and then the minor prophets are the short ones. Jeremiah wrote right around this time because he was talking to these people. Ezekiel also wrote to these people because he was in Babylon. Says he sat down with the captives. He wrote to these people. Daniel also lived in Babylon. He was not in Israel at all. You understand, he's writing to these people prophesying about the coming Messiah. Isaiah is writing to these people who are in sin. They're about to be taken captive like Jeremiah. Isaiah is telling also a prophet at that time. Hosea was writing to these people who were very deep in sin. So you can study this on your own if you have any type of a timeline or a study Bible, which you should have because someone translated one. But by means of introduction to this topic, let's look at Luke 24. Know this verse.